Hi everybody, welcome. My name is Lauren. Today I have what do I have? I don't know. Hi everybody, welcome. My name is Lauren. Today I'm going to be sharing what I will be using for my upcoming kindergartner for the 2021-2022 homeschool year. So first we have letters and sounds. This is going to be our language arts program that I'm going to be using. This is from Abeka. So this is just the workbook. I do have the lesson plans, and I plan on using those as well. And there's going to be a few things that she's going to have. This handbook for reading, this kind of is well loved, as you can see. This is going to just kind of reinforce some of the things in that lesson plan book. But just as far as her workload goes, I'm going to be using these letters and sounds. And this is, it starts off very easy and gentle, and then it kind of picks up speed, which is what Abeka is known for. And these are great. My daughter did this but actually both of my other daughters have used this program. One used this program in a Christian school setting. The other, I homeschooled in kindergarten. I did not do the lesson plans, but that's a whole nother story for another day. I'm using them now. And so this is what this looks like for kindergarten. And you can see by the end of by about a little more than halfway through, they're reading sentences. And Abeka is a solid program, especially for those kindergarten to second grade years. I think with their phonics, you just can't beat them. Here's some of the readers that we'll be using for her. I did not buy these. They were from when just gonna show you real quick. When my daughter was in kindergarten at a Christian school, I just hung on to them, and thankfully I did, so that I didn't have to repurchase those again. Next, she will be doing for handwriting, writing with phonics, Abeka, and I chose manuscript because I'm not really interested in teaching my kindergartner how to do cursive. There's nothing wrong with it. I think it's great if that's something, you want to try, or I personally don't start till second grade, and that's just what we do. So I do buy these unbound, and that way, instead of her having to have, because the Abeka, their handwriting books are not spiral bound, so it's kind of a little bit tricky to kind of get in there with proper handwriting. So what I really like to do is keep these unbound, put them in a binder, and then just give her one sheet a day. And that way she doesn't have to worry about the spine. We're all lefties. All three of my girls are lefties, and me and my husband are lefties, actually. And so it's a little bit trickier when you're left-handed to write properly in a bound book with a spine. So we will do this, and this is just a page a day, and it is writing with phonics. It does have phonics in it, which is going to kind of reinforce what they're learning for their grammar lessons. They don't do grammar, but you know what I mean. The reading lessons, I guess I should say. Next, I have for her Think and Learn, and this is, again, Abeka. These are critical thinking sheets. And this is not really required. This is just going to be something extra for her to do, because she loves doing little activity books like this. So I'm just going to keep it kind of as something for her to do on her own. She doesn't really need a whole lot of independent work, but it's just something that I've gotten her those little books that you can get at like the dollar store and things like that, and she just loves to figure these things out. It's just fun for her. So, I just figured let's add this on here as well. So that is what we have for language arts, critical thinking as well. For math, I will be doing The Good and the Beautiful, level K. They are, if you're new to The Good and the Beautiful, they are revamping their entire math curriculum. So this is like the old version, but I still think it's amazing. I've used this exact curriculum with my other child who loved math. And so I think it's great. We're just going to keep using this. I was debating about using the new edition because, you know, who doesn't want something new and fun and exciting? But I had already bought these when they were like 75% off, and they were about $6, I think, for the books. So I'm like, ew, let me just stick with it. And then the following year, next year, we're just going to all get on board with the new edition of math. But we really love the Good and the Beautiful Math. I think it lays a great foundation for the children to have a great number sense, great mental math. I've said this in several of my other videos as well. If you haven't seen those, they're either coming or they're already uploaded, but so I won't keep reiterating on how much I love the way that they teach math in the Good and the Beautiful. The lessons are just fun, engaging. My daughters always want to do math first, so I have to kind of save it for the end, honestly, as like a treat. Just to kind of give you an idea of what it looks like. The new math, I'm not going to go into a whole review because they're not going to have this type of math anymore, but I just did want to include it. If I didn't buy this, I would 100% use the Good and the Beautiful's new math. And then lastly, now I say this with a little bit of hesitation. Again, will be our 4th year homeschooling. My oldest went to preschool. She went to kindergarten in a Christian school, like I've just said. My middle, I did preschool with her. She's never gone to any formal schooling except me. I've done preschool with her and kindergarten. And again, she was an older kindergartner. She was already 6 and she had already, you know, established a little bit. My other daughter, my last daughter now, she's just going to be turning 5. So we're just going to have to see how the workflow goes. So with my middle daughter, who I've already done kindergarten with, I did the Good and the Beautiful Math, and then I did these number skills as just kind of an extra supplemental worksheet for her, and it worked out beautifully. Her workload was not too heavy at all. Trust me, she is the type of child who's going to let me know if it was too much. So it was fine. And when it did get too much, we took a break, we paused, you know, it's not that serious. It's kindergarten, right? So, but I do think that I did just buy this as a supplement again for my youngest child, who will be going into kindergarten this coming year, just because, again, it's just an extra little fun worksheet for her to do. It's engaging, it's colorful. All my children love worksheet type things. They must get it from me. I don't know, because I just think that it's fun to do, especially when they're little, to do these kind of sheets that are fun and not just boring and black and white. But the reason I like to supplement is just to kind of reinforce skills that have already been learned, to kind of just build on that solid math foundation. I'm a strong believer in solid grammar and math foundation in the younger years and focusing on that. I will be the first one to say, though, come fall, if it's too much and she's like, no, mommy, I don't want to do this, then that is fine. I will pause, and it's not a big deal. I just bought it just in case she might like it. So I'm not really, you know, too concerned if she continues with it or starts this and continues. We can maybe pick it up halfway through the year or in the summer. I'm totally flexible with that, but I will incorporate and continue to use this as her main math curriculum. So that is what we have as far as Bible and things like that. We do those subjects as a family. We do those in like our morning time, morning basket, whatever you want to call it. We do history and science together, and as well as Bible and memorization of scriptures and poetry and things like that. I will say, though, the only reason I mention history and science for a kindergartner is because she just happens to be tagging along with her older sisters when we do these subjects. If she was the oldest, there's no way I would be doing history or science with her. I would still have a Bible lesson, but I would not go into at least the detail that we are going into now. She has older sisters who need to start learning about those things. With that said, she's in preschool now. She still actually picks up quite a lot, and she loves to participate and listen to colors or plays with blocks or something like that while she's listening in, and she really does pick up a lot. But that's the only reason, if you have a kindergartner and they're your oldest, I'm not suggesting, oh, go ahead and start that science project. No. Just language, reading and math is all you need for kindergarten. And I'm a huge believer in that. Just focus on those two things. If you do that, you will be completely fine. She's just happening to tag along with her older sisters. So I will show what we are using for history, science, Bible, things like that, all in a separate video. That is going to be our group subject, morning basket type of subjects that we do. So that will be coming soon. Make sure to keep an eye out for that. If you have any questions or comments, please leave them down below. If there's a program that has worked for you, please share it. I'd love to see what works for you. Or if you would like to do a lesson with us, I plan on in the fall when we actually incorporate these starting our new school year, I plan on doing a in-depth lesson. So if that is something, or if you want more of an in-depth flip through, please let me know in the comments below what you would like to see. I would love to share that with you. Otherwise, you take care, you have a great day, and I will see you really soon. Bye-bye.